Hello, everybody, and welcome to Week 10 of the high school football season. Man, it just has flown by so quickly. We're here at Halloween weekend, and it's a big time of year. A lot of parades, a lot of trick-or-treat nights being planned. Let's hope we have nothing but treats in store for you here as we come to Parkland High School. I've done this before. It's great to be back at Parkland with the TV folks here. They do a fantastic job. On my immediate left is Kayla, Hlay. On my far left is Teagan, Tremba. You might know that name if you follow high school football. Ladies, welcome to our prediction video here. I mean, well, I guess you should be welcoming me, but how excited are you to be doing this?
I'm very excited. This is my first time doing something like this in the TV studio, so I'm excited to do it.
Let me tell you something, and you guys are going to be doing the commentary on the game. You guys, it's a great gig for you guys. You love this?
Yeah, it's super fun. I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to be able to commentate such a big game.
Well, I'm sure you're going to do a fantastic job. This is a first-class operation. Are you guys headed for, like, TV careers, you think?
I am, yeah.
I mean, I've kind of always been interested in possibly doing, like, sports broadcasting as a career, so.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, let's jump into the games, and I always have to tell folks, hey, the contest goes on at mcall.com. You got to go to mcall.com/itson. We still are giving away our $25 gift certificates to Yakos. You could still get in. It's probably hard at this point if you're just jumping in at week 10 to win the overall prize, which is 14 tickets to the Morning Call Suite at Coca-Cola Park for a 2024 Iron Pigs game. But hey, you want to give it a shot? Be my guest. All right, ladies, here we go. We got rivalry. This is a big ferocious rivalry weekend here. And we start out with the Golden Hawks of Bethlehem Catholic at Allentown Central Catholic. Start with you, Teagan.
I think Central is going to take the win in this game. It is a big rivalry game, but both quarterbacks are young, I believe. I believe both of their quarterbacks are sophomores, but I think that the Central quarterback, Antonio Fiance, I believe his name is.
Fontanez,
Fontanez has been a little more efficient in the games that they have played, and they've been able to get big wins. So.
Kayla, Hlay.
I'm going to back up on that. I mean, Central has a 7-2 record. Becca's 5-5, but I think Central is really going to pull it out for this one.
I will tell you that Becca gave Nazareth all they wanted.
Yeah, they
a
did.
game that came down to really the last play of the game. There was an interception in the end zone, or Becca might have had maybe the biggest upset win of the season. So they're fired up. I know that their coach was like, hey, you know, we have a big opponent next week. Let's put this one behind us. So I'm going to go, however, I think the more well-rounded team, the team that's only lost to Nazareth and to Parkland is Allentown Central. I think it's going to be very close, very competitive, and we could see a rematch, but I'm going to go with ACCHS, the Vikings of Allentown Central. All right, another big-time rivalry game. Boy, these people don't like each other very much. The Cement Bowl, I think they call it the Cement Belt Bowl, Whitehall at Northampton. Whitehall snapped a losing streak. They pulled it out in overtime against Liberty last week. Northampton has only lost, Kayla, Northampton's only lost to Central Catholic in an overtime game way back in week 1. Your thoughts on the Concrete Kids and the Zeps?
No, I mean, they've only lost one game, but they play some of the easier teams. Whitehall's been facing the really big teams, and that's where they face some of their losses. So I really think that Whitehall's actually going to pull this game against Northampton. I think that they've had that experience against those higher-up teams, and they know what they're going up against, and I think Whitehall's going to pull it out.
Okay. Teagan?
I think that Northampton really relies on the run game with Caden Henry at running back, but I think that Whitehall has a tremendous leader in Trey Dog Manis at quarterback, and if the Whitehall offense can do good, I do believe that the Whitehall Zephyrs will pull out this win. Okay,
you guys are going with the Zephyrs. I got to stay with the Concrete Kids. I mean, I think they have something to prove. Whenever they face a team from this division, they know that they're not facing that same competition week in, week out that the teams in the EPC South are playing. They seem to get fired up. They're at home. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to go Northampton. All right, Saturday afternoon at Bethlehem Area School District Stadium, the Liberty Hurricanes and the Freedom Patriots. And I got to say, if you follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, you know I'm a big fan of that Liberty band. I love that band. Oh, my goodness. But besides the bands, two good football teams. Your thoughts on this one, Teagan?
I do believe that Freedom will be able to pull out this win. I did see that their running back Noah Pierre scored 3 touchdowns in the second half.
He had a big game. Big game.
And I think that, Freedom struggled a little bit in the beginning of the season, but they did, I think, have one of the harder schedules. I know they faced Parkland and Nazareth in the beginning of the season, so that's just a difficult way to start off your season. So I think that Freedom will be able to, pull out this win against Liberty.
Okay. Kayla?
Yeah, I'm going to back her up on Noah Pierre. Last week against Emmaus, he did incredible, and he pulled them out for that win. And if he does exactly what he did last week, I think he could score a lot this week, and he could pull out that win against Liberty.
This game is usually closer than you think it's going to be. I mean, Freedom has been the better program for a long time now, but this game, for whatever reason, is always competitive. Liberty's really eager to break through here. However, Freedom is the more polished team. They had a slow start. They lost a couple of overtime games to Central Catholic, or really close games to Central Catholic and the Whitehall. They did lose to Nazareth and Parkland. They're 5-4. They seem like they're ready to play their best football of the year. I'm going to go with Freedom. All right, I'm going to go north real quick here. Stroudsburg, Pleasant Valley. This one has some playoff implications. Pleasant Valley, I think, needs to win to get in the District 11 playoffs. Your thoughts, Kayla? I want to go to you first.
Well, I actually didn't know that information. So knowing that now, I mean, Pleasant Valley knows that they have to win this. So not saying that Stroudsburg isn't going to be motivated, but Pleasant Valley is really going to be, they know that they really need this win. So I think that they're going to pull it off, and they're going to pull through. They have the home team advantage. So their records are really close, but I think Pleasant Valley is going to pull this one out.
So you're going Bears, okay?
I am.
Looking at this game, it seems like a pretty even matchup. They both have a 5-4 record. So I think really needing to get that win to go into playoffs might give Pleasant Valley the edge in this game and having the home field advantage, like Kayla said. So I'll go Bears too with Pleasant Valley.
You're going to go Bears. Wow. I'm going to go Stroudsburg. I think they're just a little bit better. I don't know. They're both kind of in the same pot here. I know that the East Stroudsburg South Cavaliers, they're rooting like crazy for their rival Stroudsburg to win this game because that would likely put them in. I'm going to go Stroudsburg very, very close. Okay. Up, not too far from here, up in Sladyton, we have a good rivalry game. The Blue Bombers of Palmerton are undefeated, taking on Northern Lehigh. Your thoughts, ladies?
Their quarterback, Matt Molarchuk, he's committed to Lehigh. He's just been dominant and kind of seems unstoppable again, like in his games. So I'm going to have to go Palmerton.
I'm also going to go Palmerton. They have a 9-0 record right now. They're undefeated, and Northern Lehigh's 3-6 right now. So I think it's going to be Northern Lehigh's really going to have to do a lot to get this win.
Northern Lehigh's made some great runs in recent years into the states. 2 years ago, I believe they went to the Final Four. They went to the state semis, couldn't get it done. They've dropped back a little bit. Palmerton's on fire. They're 9-0. They're state ranked. Let's make it 3-0 for the Blue Bombers. Penn Argyl, this is another rivalry game. They're all rivalry games. Green Knights of Penn Argyl taking on the Slaters of Bangor. Kayla, I'll start with you.
This is another really close matchup. They're both 5-4 right now, but I think Bangor's going to pull it out. They have that slight home team advantage, and I'm going to go with Bangor for this one.
Okay. Teagan?
It seems like a pretty even game here, but I guess I'll go Bangor just because of the home team advantage. Yeah.
Bangor is going to be in the 4A tournament. I'm pretty sure they might have to face Allentown Central, which is going to be really tough.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to go with Paul Raduzzi and the Bangor Slaters. All right, two teams that have struggled quite a bit. They both had success in the past, not too long ago. Saucon Valley is at Palisades. That's one of my favorite venues of the big pirate ship down there, down in Bucks County. I know that these two teams wish they were in better shape than they are at this point, but what are your thoughts, Kayla, on Saucon at Palisades?
So right now, Palisades is 2-7, and Saucon Valley is 4-5. So again, like you said, both of them are kind of struggling, not having that great of a season, but Saucon Valley does have a few more wins. They've scored a few more than Palisades has, so I'm going to go for Saucon Valley here. Okay,
you're going to go Panthers. Teagan?
It's really just hard to bet on the Palisades when they are 2-7.
Yeah.
So I think that the 4-5 Saucon Valley Panthers will get the win here.
I think it's going to be close, but I like Saucon as well. So 3-0 from us on the Panthers. All right, and this one, I'm trying to tell you what, we're excited about the Parkland game here. Oh. But this one, not too far up the road, wow, what a matchup. 9-0 against 9-0 ladies. Two state-ranked teams. Southern Lehigh's ranked high in 5A. Northwestern Lehigh is ranked in 3A. Two great coaches, two great offenses. This is going to be maybe the game of the weekend. All due respect to the folks that are getting excited about the Hornets and the Trojans. Teagan, I'm going to start with you in this one.
I mean, both of these teams are 9-0. Seems like a very good matchup. But when we were looking at this game, the one thing I noticed was that I saw that, like, Northwestern Lehigh was putting up more points.
Mm-hmm.
So in a game like that, that kind of really plays a big part. When your offense is putting up more points, it's going to come down to just who can score more and which defense can make stops. And if the defense is equal, it comes down to the offense, and the offense score more points. It's going to be Northwestern Lehigh.
You like the Tigers. Kayla?
I'm actually also going Northwestern
Wow.
Lehigh. I think that, both of them, they know that they're 9-0. They want to have that 10-0 year. But again, talking about that home team advantage, Northwestern Lehigh, they're going to be playing on the field that they know. They're going to have all their fans there. And I really think that, like Teagan said, we were looking at statistics and they were putting up more points throughout the season. So I really think that Northwestern's going to pull it out.
I think it's going to be a great game. This is what high school football is all about. A packed house. They're going to be jam-packed into that stadium up in Nutropoli, which is not a big stadium. It's not like your stadium. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere. Southern Lehigh has the one win, though, that impressed me. They beat a 6A Quakertown team on week 1. I know it's a long time ago. That was August. But I'm going to tell you what. That win said, boy, this is a special Southern Lehigh team. I think the Spartans get it done in a thriller. I'm going to be a little bit different than you ladies. I'm going Spartans. All right. And now we get to the one that these ladies most want to talk about. It's going to be a 7:05 kickoff right out here at Orfield Middle School. The Green Hornets of Emmaus, they're playing better football. I know they're coming off a tough loss to Freedom against the 9-0 state ranked number 2 in the state. Hello, friend. How are you? The number 2 Parkland Trojans. We have a friend here. Who do you like? Who you gonna pick? Parkland or Emmaus? Oh, there you go. What do you guys think?
I'm very excited about this game. It's a big rivalry game. Obviously, Trey being my brother even adds more to it. But obviously, I'm going to go, we're at Parkland. Obviously, I'm going to go Parkland.
You think it's going to be close, though?
I think that if Parkland...
What's your score, like 42-0? What do you think? Big score, big. All right. Go ahead.
I think that if Luke Spang and the line, if they have big games, that Parkland can really dominate this game. One thing I've noticed watching this game is when Luke Spang can really spread that ball and that line is creating holes for Trey, it's hard to stop because you can't key on the run so much.
You need that balanced attack, absolutely.
When they really find that balance, it's hard to stop Parkland. Their defense has been playing really well. So I'm very excited for this game, but let's go Trojans.
Will you agree? You agree? Okay. Nod of the head. Kayla?
Yeah, I'm a senior, and a lot of these guys, I've come to these games. I've watched Parkland versus Emmaus play for a while now, and every year it's a tough game. Looking at records, honestly, some of the times records don't even matter. Emmaus could have the better record, but Parkland would win, and vice versa. But, this year, Parkland has really strong, and they're coming out. They want that 10-0 record. They're hyped up, Again, this is such a big rivalry for Parkland, so I really think that obviously Parkland's going to pull out and win.
Well, not since 2017 has Parkland had a 10-0 regular season.
Yeah.
And I do know that this game even though they lost the game at Emmaus last year, the second half kind of turned everything around.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
They were down big at halftime. They had a great showing in the second half. That was the spark that carried them to the District 11 championship. They really started to believe in themselves, and they went on that great district roll. I think Parkland's going to win. What do you think? Nod your head? All right. You have a score in mind?
I don't really have a score. If I had to say a score, I would say maybe like 35 to 21, Parkland.
Okay. Kayla, you have a score in mind?
I really don't have a specific score, but I really think that it's going to be a close game.
Okay.
I don't think, as much as I'm rooting for Parkland, I really don't think this is going to be a blowout game. I think that Emmaus is going to put up a really good fight, but I think it's going to be a really close game, but overall Parkland will win.
Does the Trojan do anything when they score? Does the Trojan have to do push-ups or anything? Because I'm telling you what, I want to see 56 points. I want to see you do push-ups 56 times. Can you do it? I don't know. Look at this. Hey, it should be a lot of fun. Hey, enjoy the games, everybody. Ladies, Kayla, you're great. Teagan, super job.
Thank you.
Thank you
Trojan,
for
I don't know
having us.
about you, Trojan. I don't know. But hey, enjoy the games, everybody. I'll be out here Friday night, and you can follow all the action on mcall.com. I want to thank the Parkland TV department here for a great job as always. You're always wonderful host, and we'll do this again down the road.
Yeah,
definitely.
All the best to you, young ladies.
Thank you.
Trojan, hang in there. We'll see you next week.